Welcome to Property Flip or Hold. In this video, we're going to take a look at a hold scenario for a 20-unit apartment complex. And I already entered some of the information in here so that you don't have to watch me type it in. So let's go ahead and add this property. And let's start entering in some of the income here. The after repair value. This particular property is, we think it's worth about $2 million. It doesn't need any repairs, and we only have the taxes and insurance. We don't have any holding costs as we're purchasing to hold, so we're not going to hold it to fix, so we have no fixing time that we need to. Let's go ahead and put the purchase price. They're asking for about $1.9 million. I think we're going to try to get it for $1.8 million, and let's just see what the numbers might look like. Purchase closing costs at 2%. In your area, it might be different. So go ahead and adjust that according to your needs. I'm going to go ahead and click on the mortgage, and let's obtain a mortgage to purchase this property. We'll do a 30-year terms. We'll put 20% down. The interest rate, it could be anywhere between 3.5 or 4%. I'm going to try to use the higher interest rate at 4%. And the points on this loan will be 1%. As you can see, it's already doing some of the calculations for us. Let's go ahead and go to the hold scenario, and let's add our income. Now let's go ahead and divide it up by the number of units that we have. We can also enter one bulk income, one gross income. So here we have 12 units that are 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. The square footage on those units is about 150 square feet, and they rent for about $1,200. And then we have 8 units that are 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and the square footage is about 650 square feet, and they rent for about $1,000 per month. And as you can see, we have our monthly rent of $22,004. Yearly rent will be about $268,800. If we have any other income, we can go ahead and also add any other income that we might have. The property management on this particular property is about 8%. Now let's go ahead and start adding our expenses in. So the first expense, we have the water and sewer. And that amount is about $674 per month. And then we have the electricity. And the electricity is about $1,813 per month. We also have waste. And the waste is about $100 per month. We have pest control. And that's about $118 per month. Let's add in some any supplies that we might need, any miscellaneous repairs. And let's put about $760 per month. Accounting. That's going to be roughly about $41 per month. Landscape. If I can spell here. And that's going to be about $150 per month. And we also, in this particular apartment complex, we supply the cable and internet. And that is going to be about $616 per month. And let's also add some miscellaneous expenses, about $237 per month. As you can see, our monthly expenses are about $4,500. Our yearly expenses total up to about $54,108. As you can see, as we're adding all these numbers in, we see that it automatically does the calculations. And you can see in year one, we're looking at $29,000, and these are all cash flows. And per month would be about $24.86, which is, pretty good. Let's also, if we want to take a look at what could be the value of this property based on the cap rate around this particular neighborhood. And it could be anywhere between 5 or 6%. I usually like to just a little bit above what the cap rate is at about, I'm going to use 7%. So it's thinking maybe about $1.6 million for this, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it about what the actual rate is for this particular area. Now, we could also have a refinance and have a mortgage, but in this case, I'm going to leave it as is, as we purchase it. We can look at also long-term projections, which means in each year, it's taken into consideration the appreciation in equity, the income increase, which is 2% per year, the expenses per year, which is an increase of 2%. And we can see their annual cash flow in the first year is about $29,008. Our total investment in cash that we have to put in is about $410,000. Our return on investment our first year is about 64%. And our cash on cash is about 7.27%. Now, we also have some additional ratios here. The payback period. And as you can see, as I move my mouse over each question, it will actually give you the help on how the formula, how the numbers are arrived at, and a description for that particular term. So it would take about almost 14 years to pay back our money as we hold this property. Our cash on cash, again, is at 7%. Our cap rate about 6.24 based on the purchase price, and based on the after repair value, it's going to be about 5.62. Now, the equity of purchase in this property, we're going to have about $560,000 of our own equity. And you can see the different returns, return on investment, our rent to value, our gross rent multiplier, which is what the lenders, it measures your purchase price to the annual gross income. We also can have our break-even ratio, our debt cover ratio, which is actually what the lenders look at. In this case, it's about 1.3. Anything about over, 1.2, 1.3, it's a pretty good debt cover ratio. Of course, use the ratios that make sense for your area. Let's go ahead and click on the Save button, and we can see the different reports available to us. I'm going to go ahead and do the summary, which is a one-page summary of this particular property. And let me go ahead and do the summary with the additional returns and the details, which gives you that first page. Also, the additional return ratios, your details of the gross income, and also detail of the expenses on this particular property. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It was a very, very quick tour on a whole scenario on this 20-unit apartment complex. In the next video, we'll go ahead and take a look at a flip scenario. Thank you for watching.